Hi everyone, this is Monet here and welcome to the first episode of my professional development series. The purpose of this is to be an extra resource for those of you trying to rejuvenate their personal brand and also letting you know the first things you need to do when you enter a new job. This is my mad kitty Dylan. He's pretty upset with me that I've been holding him for this long, so let me let him go free. So a little bit about myself, that I just entered my first professional job in June. I started June 1st and I work at the business school at Wake Forest. Before then, I was a biology major and I minored in dance and environmental studies. Now, working in the sciences and then transferring over to business has been a huge learning curve, and I have an amazing mentor. He's always pushing me, and I just want to share the tips that he's given me that's really impacted about how I approach my job and share that with you all. So today I will be sharing the 5 basic to-dos to build your social capital. Now I have it all listed on my computer, so I will be referencing to my computer to make sure I don't get off track. First things first, I've talked about this in my update on my hair, locks, and my life. So I'm just gonna go over that again because it's really important. So the first thing is to show that you're a person, not just a worker. Everyone can be a worker, right? What makes you special is that uniqueness that makes you you. And you have to show your employer, you have to show your supervisors that, hey, I'm valuable. I offer something unique to the plate. Because again, anyone can do something specific as a spreadsheet or a newsletter. But when you add your own personality to it, that's when you become truly valuable. Monet, how might I show someone that I'm more than just a worker? Well, first things first is letting people know who you are, or taking down that wall that we might put up. So I have one of the supervisors at my job started off her career as a singer, and I have been dancing my entire life. So her singing background and my dancing background, we were able to connect in that way. And now we have a closer relationship versus just seeing her through the Zoom. I'm like, hey, she was an artist just like I am, and she's able to be this amazing professional in the corporate higher education world. So that's someone who I want to connect with. And just because of that connection, I think that we have a deeper relationship than we would have if I just, didn't let her know that part about me. The second thing is be prepared in meetings by having one discussion point and one question. Now, we're friends, so I'm just going to take off my nails while I talk to you guys because we're all in this together, right? Anyways, this is something that I personally need to work on. So as a new employee and someone new to the whole entire scene, a lot of people are giving you, just piling information on you. So I'm constantly getting Zoom meetings just to be introduced to someone, as well as learning something new. And I think it's so easy to kind of just sit back there and like, yeah, got it. I'm one of those people, but I can't be. For now on, I need to be asking those relevant questions. That's going to be like, hey, Monet's kind of thinking on the right track. Like, she's got something going with her, right? Also, just a discussion point that's going to make people question, oh, maybe I didn't think of this that way, or providing feedback. Due to the pandemic, there's so many uncertainties, and everyone's working so hard to make sure that our students can get there in the fall. So they're really open to all the feedback that they can get because this is really important. This impacts the financial longevity of the campus. So I want to be in that conversation, right? If I can add my own expertise, that you got to make that your own call. But I think that we're all in this together, especially in higher education. And so I should be preparing for those meetings and knowing exactly what meeting is what. Initially, I was going to these meetings like completely clueless. Like, I didn't know who I was talking to. I didn't know what we want to talk about. It was kind of just like, oh, I'm here. You want to talk to me, and let's go. But again, I need to be seen as more than just a fellow. I need to be seen as a colleague. And so that's what I'm going to be doing moving forward. Number 3, when giving feedback, don't make it all about yourself. Okay, now essentially what this is talking about is that you want to make sure that your ideas are all inclusive and that you're considering the person beside you. You don't want to be like, oh, I think and I believe. You want to be like, consider those who work better like this. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you want to make sure that someone can't disregard what you're saying because, oh, that's just Monet or that's just them. Articulate it in a way that's inclusive, and they're like, hey, I didn't even think about that. Might just be missing out on this whole other opportunity or people that we didn't even consider. So again, it's more valuable when it involves and impacts a lot of other people versus just you. And that's, you're able to sell that, right? It's all in how you phrase it. And I think phrasing is so important, especially when you're talking to a supervisor, especially about the way things are occurring, or if you're suggesting a change, you definitely want to make it all inclusive, not just about yourself, because again, they can say, hey, that's just Monet's opinion. It doesn't really matter. Number 4 is reach out to people and build your social network. Oh my gosh, not networking. I know what you mean, but it's not that hard. And honestly, people love talking about themselves, okay? Guys, I have like 5 meetings a day. Like, I am in the meetings with deans, really high professionals, and they're like at the top of their careers, and I got me, and I just graduated, right? And so that can be nerve-wracking, but I'm watching and observing how these people approach their meetings, how they do updates and things like that. And so for someone that I really admire, I'm like, hey, so-and-so, they really about their business, they know everything. I just really like the way they go about their meetings or how they engage with others. I'm gonna reach out to that person and say, hey, I loved how you engaged in this meeting. Can you give me some tips? I promise you that will make all the difference when a year goes by and you're looking for a job and you see that, hey, so-and-so knows this person who I really want to get to know. Those are the little tidbits that allow you to have a career 5 years down, or allow you to have a job 5 years from now. It is the relationships that you build that really push you forward and move you in your career. Guys, when you're getting tips from professionals high in their career, that is an invaluable and intangible way to build your social wealth. This directly impacts number 1 by being more than just a worker. You're an actual person asking for feedback, asking for insights to better yourself. All right, number 5. Are you ready for number 5? Number 5 is this all-encompassing idea that you have to do all the 4 tips before that in order to accomplish this one, and that is build relationships. You build relationships by reaching out to people. You build relationships by being prepared in your meetings. You build relationships by being more than just a worker. Ooh, I just did that. I think the biggest thing is finding your affinity with someone. So affinity is something that you have similar with someone. So if I'm in the workplace, if you didn't know, I love Marvels and Max. Now if I'm sitting in the workplace and I see someone has like a Hulk figurine in their office desk, I'm like, hey, I love Marvel, you love Marvel, we have a connection, and that connection can develop into something more. Let me talk about an affinity group. It's essentially a similar interest. So there's a professionals of color affinity group, there's a women in business affinity group. You can have an affinity group about anything. And so if you don't have one in your current office, that might be something that you want to start up, and that even looks better on you. Hey, this all-inclusive person engaging everyone, pulling people together. Some good stuff right there. You're more than just a worker. You're seeing who you're working with, and you're being able to engage them and bring them together. Look at that. It's all connecting. You can't do one without doing the others, guys. All 5. All 5. All right, guys, I got Dylan back with me, and we want to share one pearl with you. One pearl. Social capital is priceless. Drops bomb. All right, guys, if you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe to the Mo and Chloe Show. Like, comment, give me some feedback so I know that I should make another episode 2, which you might want to see next. All right, guys, me and Dylan he was about to bite me just then. All right, me and Dylan are out. Bye, guys.